Alright everyone, AJ Legend back here again with another review, and this is my co-host.
And I'm Bart.
And we just saw the very first Nightmare on Elm Street, directed by Wes Craven, written by Wes Craven. This is not his first movie, but it is the first Elm Street movie.
Right, and that's what I meant to say. But it was a very good movie nonetheless.
Yes, well, now I've seen this movie about countless times. I lost count of how many times I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street.
Me only
This
two.
guy's only seen it twice, so I'm going to let the virgin get his opinions out first.
Right. Okay, so Nightmare on Elm Street, Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger. Awesome job.
Yes.
I mean, Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger. You can't really go wrong with
He
that.
defined the role. He is Freddy.
He is
Robert
Freddy Krueger.
Englund is Freddy.
Definitely.
Without Englund, Nightmare on Elm Street to me would not.
I like this movie. I like this movie because it had good character development. It got into a good amount of depth with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Introduced them, gave you a little bit about them, and obviously it gives you some background about Freddy.
Yes, and of course, this movie is also legendary for featuring the man himself, Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah,
And it's
Johnny
one of
Depp.
his first major roles.
Right. And a good one.
I liked him as
And a
Glenn.
good one.
He's fun. He's fun as Glenn.
Yeah.
The boyfriend guy of Nancy.
Yeah.
Played by Heather Langenkamp, who was a really good final girl in this movie. Heather Langenkamp is one of the better final girls, actually, in horror.
Definitely.
She's resourceful. She's able to outwit Freddy.
Definitely.
No, she actually is proactive, and it's not like, oh, I don't know what to do. She's like, okay, I gotta research this shit and find out what the fuck I'm doing.
Definitely.
I got this crazy bastard killing me in my dream. I gotta figure this out.
Exactly.
I like
And then
all this.
halfway through the movie, she goes Macaulay Culkin.
Which is great. She goes home alone on Freddy.
She goes Home Alone on Freddy.
But we're jumping the shark. We're jumping the shark.
Oh, we are jumping the shark a
Because this
little bit.
movie has, like you said, has a lot of good characters.
It does.
I particularly like John Saxon's character as the dad, Lieutenant Thompson, Donald Thompson. I love John Saxon as an actor. Saxon's a great actor, and his role as Lieutenant Thompson is great. I love that sturdiness to him.
Definitely.
And his acting is so nuanced. Remember that scene I pointed out to you with the eye twitch?
with the eye twitch, yeah.
Like,
That was
the
awesome.
scene where Rod Lane gets buried, and like Nancy's telling her parents a story about who was attacking her and stuff like that, and describing Freddy to them. If you look really close, you once Nancy is saying the story, John Saxon does like an eye twitch as like almost as saying like, you're not supposed to know this stuff. It's so subtle,
Right.
but it's so good. Like, John Saxon is a very nuanced actor. I love it.
That is he is an awesome actor.
I also like
definitely
Ronnie
agree.
Blakely, who played the mom. She did a great job.
Yeah.
She did a good job of playing a woman who literally has the world on her shoulders and like feels like
Such
regret for keeping
remorse,
this,
too.
yeah, remorse for keeping this away from her daughter,
Right.
and also for the actions that she committed.
right.
Because it's revealed that Freddy was a child killer, and he was brought down by vigilante justice because the
Including
court,
his mother, including Nancy's mother.
yeah, well, she was part of that. But the reason why they did it was because Freddy was released via a technicality, because someone forgot to sign the search warrant properly, and that's how Freddy was able to get released from prison.
Right,
and
right,
that led to the town killing him.
The town pretty much taking justice upon themselves.
Yeah, vigilante justice, and that's
Right.
how Freddy dies, and that's how he's
He gets
able.
burned alive.
Pretty much, yeah, and that's how he's able to, stalk the dreams and stuff like
Right.
that. And I gotta say, the imagery in this movie is
Phenomenal.
oh my fucking god. I
Phenomenal.
love Wes Craven so fucking much.
The scene where
Hold on a second.
go ahead.
Nightmare on Elm Street is the template of just how good Wes as a visual artist is. Like, the imagination that this man had back in '84 was phenomenal.
Definitely.
The way they were able to use like simple techniques, camera tricks, and just practical effects just look like awesome. Like, the whole design of Freddy looks great. The scarred face, the fedora, the sweater, the glove, the iconic glove,
Right.
and of course Robert Englund just
Fits the role perfectly.
Oh,
to a T.
every scene Robert's in, he just eats up the screen. I mean, you're just captivated by that performance.
Oh, definitely. He
And what's
fits the
so
role
good is
to
that
the T.
he's not really in it the whole movie. He's like in parts and spots.
Yes, bits and pieces, but the ones he's definitely making
Oh,
an impact.
he steals
He makes
every
an
scene he's in. His dark humor is fantastic. I love the
Definitely.
jokes. Of course, I love the line where like Tina's like, "Oh God," and he's like, "This is God."
that was a great
Fucking
line.
chilling line.
That was a great
And you
line.
get the scenes with the fish hook stretching his arms out.
I like
he's
the
doing
scene-
the erratic running.
I like the scene where Nancy's in bed and the wall kind of looks like
yes.
it's coming out.
That's a great scene. Of course,
I
you
love
know
that scene.
The scene where like it's like a plastic board.
I love that.
And Freddy's face just like goes through it and it's like it's moving. It's like it's so subtle the way it was done.
But it looks so good.
But the scene itself was so atmospheric and it was so creepy and so intense. It's like, oh my god. Wes Craven, God rest his soul. I wish he was still. I wish he was still alive because Wes Craven. This is a classic.
Oh yeah.
This is like Freddy Krueger is. Now, I've always said this that you have the Universal monsters, and to me, Freddy, Jason, Leatherface, they are the modern day Universal monsters.
Right.
And Freddy to me is like, I guess you could call him the Count. I don't want to say
really the Count Dracula.
I'd say the Count Dracula, and Jason is more like a Frankenstein.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
Leatherface is more like the Wolfman because he's misunderstood.
Right. Okay, I can see that.
And the Wolfman acts like a rabid animal, and same does Leatherface. But we're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
I like the scene with Charles Fleischer, a.k.a. Roger Rabbit.
Oh, yeah. a.k.a. Dr. Roger Rabbit.
Dr. Roger Rabbit. That was a good scene, how that they're trying to explain what dreams are, but at the same time, they have no answers because they don't know how dreams work. And that's actually the scene where we find out that Nancy can pull shit out of her dreams because she has the hat.
Awesome.
Which is the catalyst which led us to, which pretty much brings us to the whole climax where she's able to defeat Freddy by, from a callback line that Glenn gave her, like, if you turn your back on the evil, you take away
its power, you take away its energy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how she's able to defeat Freddy.
Going back a little bit, the scenes where Freddy kills in his dreams where Tina first gets killed, like slash the invisible razors.
Oh,
like
the whole Tina
that whole scene was insane.
The way they're able to do that by rotating the room.
Yeah,
as she's going up the walls and the blood. And notice how slow and painful it was.
Definitely.
And notice how the camera work. It was just brilliant.
Definitely. Also, Rod getting hung in the jail cell.
Yes, and how Freddy made it look like a suicide in a way.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
And the final death that I can remember anyway, other than obviously
of course
Nancy's mom,
the fountain of blood.
But the fountain of blood, yeah, the fountain of blood.
How much blood does Johnny Depp have in his body? Jesus Christ!
I think that's the secret to Johnny Depp's immortality. Is he has gallons of blood in him.
The secret of Johnny's success: the man has got more blood than any human being walking the face of the earth.
Exactly.
But that whole thing's iconic. But that fucking thing just shoots out and covers the whole room.
Oh,
that's awesome stuff, right there.
That is gory, over the top, but it's so awesome to see at the same time.
As you can tell, we like this movie a lot.
Oh,
I dare say we love this movie.
Definitely recommended 2 thumbs up, definitely.
This is his second time, but you can tell that this man is gleaming by talking about it.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up, definitely.
I think by talking about it, it's making you like it even more.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Like, when you actually talk about this movie, and you actually, recount the things you've seen, you're just like, oh, that happened. No, this happened. Oh, wait, the way he directed that was great. Oh, the atmosphere surrounding this was fantastic.
Oh, definitely.
Because this movie is very atmospheric. It's very atmospheric. It's very moody. It's very broody.
It is.
It has a lot, like I said, it has a lot of cool moments, a lot of really good acting.
Oh,
Though, in my opinion, a lot of the acting in certain scenes can be really wooden in areas.
Right.
Like, some of Nancy's lines could come across as very wooden. But then again, it's supposed to come like that because she's playing a part of someone who is who's getting little to no sleep at all. So she's gonna sound groggy and weak almost. Yeah,
the fact that Nancy has to take stay awake pills and drink coffee is wow.
And I like the fact that now if you pay attention to the whole movie, Tina says she had a dream.
Right.
Rod says she had a dream. Nancy says she had a dream. Glenn is the only one
that doesn't believe it.
No. He refuses to admit it.
So he's the stand of
if you pay attention, when Tina and Nancy are talking about the same dream, you can see in Glenn's face that whoa. Yeah. You can see it's very subtle.
It's like
it's very subtle. You can see in his face that wait a minute, this sounds very familiar.
I was going to say, he's like the Stan from It of the Nightmare on Elm Street world.
He's refusing to accept the reality that they're living in.
Right.
Which I like it. And of course, that ultimately led to his demise.
Right.
Because,
Right, which they ultimately get him. Freddy ultimately gets him.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Definitely great
final
movie.
verdict. I'm giving this. I'm giving this a fucking 10 out of 10. This is
Yep.
to me. This is the perfect horror movie.
By the perfect director.
I find very little flaws. Like I said,
Yeah,
the
me
writing is
too.
top notch. The acting is incredible. The special effects are amazing.
Definitely.
This movie to me still holds up. It can still generate that that primal emotion that it did back in '84.
Yeah.
Perfect
I
movie.
can definitely
10
agree
out of
with that.
10. Wes Craven, love him to death. I wish he was still alive.
Me too. 2 thumbs up, and definitely a 10 out of 10 for me as well.
Oh yes. Well, I'm AJ Legend,
And I'm Bart.
and I'll catch you back next time.
See you later.